It's time for another episode of What Should I Buy Next? And today we're doing the Michter's edition. So let's get to it. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Hutch, and thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the world of whiskey. So this setup might look like a normal bourbon review to you, but it's actually not. It's a cry for help in a lot of ways. And that's because I only have one bottle from a distillery that a lot of people love, and that's called Michter's. I have the American US1 whiskey, and just to be honest with you, it's a middle of the pack experience for me. I don't love it, I don't hate it, and in a lot of ways, I think that's what's deterred me from going out and getting more Michter's products, even though I've heard that they're great. So, my cry for help today is a little bit of direction. Where do you guys think I should go next? I'm gonna do a little tasting of this Michter's US1 American whiskey just to sort of give you a sense of what I like and don't like about it. And then maybe you guys can help me discern what to buy next from Michter's. 2 rules guide this What Should I Buy Next series. Rule number 1 is whatever gets commented the most, the bottle that gets commented the most, in the comments below is going to be the one that I go out and try to buy next. So simple enough, during the video, after the video, put down in the comments below what bottle of Michter's you think I should go out and try to buy next. Rule number 2 is typically a price cap, something that just limits how much I'm willing to spend because I'm still exploring that distillery. I'm a little bit wary to do that nowadays because my collection's expanding. I'd say that if you could keep the Michter's recommendations to below $100, that would be great right now so that I can go out and get something pretty easily. But I know there's some great stuff out there that you might want to suggest, so if it's over $100 or whatever, feel free to put it in the comments. In any case, I'm just trying to get over the hump with Michter's and not let one, decent/mediocre experience define my whole understanding of one entire distillery. So all that being said, let's just do a quick little dive into this American whiskey and see what I like and don't like. So on the nose, it's super sweet, very vanilla, maybe a touch of spice, maybe a little bit of like a red fruit or cherry, but just like a lot of vanilla and honey in a lot of ways for me. On the palate here, okay. So again, it's not like it's anything to scoff at, anything I hate. It's just, it's got good brown sugar, really nice vanilla. There's a bit of like a popcorn or even burnt popcorn note for me toward the back that is a little bit of a turnoff. Not my favorite note and something that I struggle with a little bit, but it's just a really sweet and pretty rich experience. It just has that popcorn note, and it's really like a 1 to 3 note experience for me. Brown sugar, vanilla, and a little bit of popcorn. That's kind of what I get on it. It's not the longest lasting thing. It's pretty short, in fact. I don't think the finish lingers very long. So for me, Michter's US1, solid bottle, worth the money, not exactly upset that I have it, but just didn't really say like, wow, you gotta go out and get more Michter's when I first got it. And it's been a while since I bought this bottle, to be honest with you. So that's where you guys come in. I'm looking for some advice. Where should I go next? Should I get the bourbon? I've heard that's quite solid. I know that Michter's ryes are pretty well regarded overall, so should I go out and get a rye? I know they're all single barrels too, so maybe that's the type of direction I should be going in. Maybe it's the sour mash. Should I go after that little bit rarer product? And of course, you've got like the 10-year, you've got the toasted, all that stuff that's really, really difficult to find. Is that sort of the cream of the crop that I should be going for? I think it's most realistic for me to go out and try the bourbon and the rye and maybe even the sour mash. So if you think it's one of those, put that in the comments below. But basically, I'm leaving it open to you guys, and I want you to let me know, what am I missing out on from Michter's? What do you think is the best next product for me to get from them? Something that might step it up for me from this American whiskey, which is not bad at all, but just mediocre in a lot of ways for me. What's the next thing I have to get from Michter's? All right, I think that officially makes this the shortest video I've ever made. Would love for your recommendations down in the comments. If you like the video and if you like Michter's, smash that like button. Last but not least, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My goal is now to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, and also just helps me know what specific kind of content to keep creating for you guys. Until I see you guys again for another video, all I can say is keep drinking good whiskey. Hopefully it'll be some Michters that's really good, and cheers.